Good evening, everyone.
Welcome, everybody, back to another great episode of Finance Friday, the CEO Lounge. Let's give people some time to get in here. How everybody feeling today? How everybody doing? Drop how y'all feeling in the comment section.
Hey, Jordan Bree.
Hey, Jordan Pretty. Haven't heard from you since I had to, I haven't heard from you in a couple
She
days.
was like, Monte is being such a sweat. He's trying to beat me in all the games or something. Hey, Josie, thanks for being
Haven't
here.
heard from you in a couple days, Jordan. What's up,
You
Jules?
getting spanked in the game, Jordan?
Come on in here, everybody.
Yes, everybody come on in. I'm excited to be back. I've been gone from the studio for 2 weeks in a row, and I actually have like another weekend or so. Because it's the summer. As y'all see, if y'all follow me on social media, my girls and I have been out and about in the town, enjoying the summer. Oh, Jordan said she definitely needs a rematch. But we have a really good letter today, so I am excited about today's letter, and definitely giving some feedback about today's letter because
yes, we got a good one.
yeah, we have a good letter today.
I just reposted the link so more people can get on. But yes, how everybody feeling today? I know y'all are happy to see Dr. Ebony back up here with us this week. But we had two great shows.
Yeah, everybody was saying y'all did amazing.
Had a lot of good engagement the last 2 weeks, so we definitely appreciate, all our loyal supporters who get up here each and every Friday and, give us some feedback and learn some new information. We got a good letter for y'all again today, of course.
Yes, I am. I was happy to get a bunch of good feedback that said that you guys are doing great and had a great show. I was able to tune into one episode, and then one episode I didn't really have a great signal, but I went back and watched the replay on both of them. And I mean, such a great conversation when we were putting out the clips and so forth. Everybody loved the trading conversation, number one. And then because everybody wants to know, get in with you guys on learning how to trade, how to get started, all of that, obviously. But everybody loved the fact that you guys were able to talk about, on the mental health aspect about, being athletes and just kind of going through that. So I saw a lot of good questions and all of that. So yeah, y'all held it down. Shout out to Will. Thank you, Will. I definitely appreciate you stepping in for me. You did it like a pro. Will and Monte have their own podcast as well. So obviously they are not amateurs to getting on and having a great conversation. So I'm just happy that Will had some availability to step in for me because everybody loved it. But I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, shout out to Will. Definitely appreciate you, my guy.
Yes, absolutely. So do you want to get right in? I guess if people join, it's a Friday.
Yeah, it's a good Friday.
Everybody's tired and so forth.
LeBron James is at the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's go ahead and get right into it. It's a great
everybody's going crazy about that. And the only thing I was thinking is, again, as a real estate person, I'm like, he wants to move to Philly from LA. Like he's been in LA.
The same thing. I said, what? I said, my next door neighbor, who was also like one of my best friends down here, my guy, we play basketball and everything. We do everything together, basically. The only person I really hang with every day. He's from Philadelphia. And I actually met him at my last place I used to live at. He was my next door neighbor there. And I'm like, "Are you following me to my house? Like, what are you doing?" And he like, "Oh, I live right here." But he from Philly and I'm from Baltimore. So and we play ball together. So he like super excited. And I'm like, bro, there's no way LeBron James have his family in LA. His son played for the Lakers still in LA. All his stuff is in LA. And he's a billionaire. Like no billionaire wants to live in, the trenches of Philadelphia or even a city like it's the city of brotherly love, but I don't want $1 billion and go to Philadelphia. So
I mean, I was
Wow,
just trying to think in my
LeBron.
mind, like no sweat to Philly, in case we got some Philly people that rewatch that kind of like to replay. I'm licensed in Pennsylvania, so call me. But I just was thinking about now I'm gonna have to look up, where are the billionaire mansions in Philly? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what's near there? What's the city? Now I'm gonna have to, I mean, he gonna bring some money to the city, definitely.
Where do
So
the Eagles players and the 76ers, the
yeah.
Phillies, where do they all live at?
Yeah, where do they all live? So it got to be some area. Like I know Philly from going down to like shows and concerts. So like you said, maybe I just only know the trenches. We've been to Temple before a few times. We've seen some shows. We went to see Martin at the theater at Temple, but we all know if you ever been down there right around the corner from Temple, you walk 2 blocks over and you might be in dangerous territory. So I'm just wondering, like, where is the millionaire, billionaire? But like you said, I guess the Philly players and all of them, they got to live somewhere down there with the mega mansions or something. But like you said, I just can't believe, I don't know, like his wife just seems so LA and now he's moving her. And I know she has her podcast. She has all those things with her people. So like, I'm just wondering, that's a good amount of ways to have, your family. But apparently it got leaked. The Joe Button podcast, everybody knows, shout out to Joe Button. I know we're a little podcast, so Joe don't know about us, but I'm a faithful avid listener, friend of the show. And Joe was talking a few days ago. Oh, hey Rome's in the chat.
What's going on, big fella?
I know he ain't cheering on for Braun.
Oh yeah, he's talking about let's go. Oh my god. I was trying to get past this before Martise to get on here, but I forgot about him.
Yeah, so I was watching Joe Button's podcast, and Mark Lamont Hill, who's also from Philly, him and somebody else, I think Mona, Don't Call Me White Girl, is also from Philly. And he was saying that a very, very close inside connect for him was saying that it was rumored that LeBron's daughter was enrolled in a very affluent private school in Philly like a week or two ago. So I'm assuming the whole family's moving, you know what I'm saying? And not him just, coming out and flying back and forth on a helicopter or something. So I think he's all in. And I guess Braun is going to stay in LA, or maybe we'll get an announcement soon that Braun is coming close. I don't know. But I was just thinking like LA to Philly. I feel like, again, Savannah just seems like a Rodeo's Drive, LA type of girl. And now, hopefully Philly has
Max cheese steaks and Ishka Bibbles.
Ron's talking about he a Philly fan. Oh,
yeah,
God. To the letter.
This man crazy. But yeah, we got a good letter for y'all today. Let's jump right into it.
All right, so the title of this week's letter is the subject. Oh, let's do we keep forgetting to say like, share, and subscribe. We keep forgetting that. We need to build up our YouTube page. So like, share, and subscribe. And let's do our formal introduction. I'm gonna jump into the letter. So welcome everyone. I see some more people have come into the room. Welcome to this week's episode of Finance Friday, the CEO Lounge. I am your host, Dr. Ebony McArthur, and I'm here with my oldest son and my co-host.
I'm Monte, everybody. I am brand CEO.
And we have a really, really great letter today. So definitely please engage with us in the comments. We're going to get to all the comments. We always read all the comments. So please share your thoughts on the letter because we would love to hear from you. Yes. So the subject of this week's letter is my cousin wants to rent to own my property, but his credit score is like a crime scene. So dear Dr. Eben, I am brand CEO. Welcome back to the lounge. Yes, I've been gone. Thank you for noticing that I'm back. I desperately need your guidance before I let family loyalty ruin my financial foundation. I recently bought my second investment property, a clean 2-family home that I plan to hold as long-term equity. As soon as my family found out, my favorite cousin approached me with a proposal. He wants us to do an informal rent-to-own agreement where he moves into one of the units, pays me monthly, and eventually buys the property from me in 3 years. He claims that this will help him build generational wealth for his kids, and he's relying on family helping family. But here's the problem. I know for a fact that his credit score is in the low 500s. He has active collection, and he's been evicted once before. When I hesitated and asked him for a formal credit check and a lease agreement, my aunt called me pretentious and said, I'm forgetting where I came from. I am brand CEO. How do I stand my ground and protect my brand and business assets without being labeled the family villain? And Dr. Ebb, as a broker, how do I explain the massive risk of informal real estate deals and bad debt to relatives who think family means ignoring the paperwork? Signed, business over blood.
Mm. Yeah,
Not the you forgot where you came from.
yeah, this is definitely a good one. I see more people trying to get manipulated. That must be like a new thing now. We family, then hey, look out for me, cuz, or something like that.
Manipulation. I mean, where do we start? Not that you forgot where you came from just because you want to protect your asset. You know what? But we know, again, we know that this happens all the time. So that's why I love when letters, come in like this, because it's so realistic. We deal with it all the time. We 100% believe you, business over blood, that's how your family is acting, because that's what they do. But you want to go first? I'm gonna let you. I've been talking. I'm gonna let you go first. It said to you was, how do I stand my ground and protect my business and brand assets without being labeled the family villain? So, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, first I would just say, I mean, I think in general, if he did want a family member to help him out, or somebody that he, I guess, is related to, or things like that, and I think that he should at least try to. And this is not to the person who wrote the letter in, but this is just on this person who's trying to rent to own her home. I think he should at least come with. Oh, I think the person who wrote the letter in, what did she say? Business over blood. I think that you should at least first confront him and let him know, like, one, you don't think that this is the best idea right now, but if he did want to, necessarily move forward and just like absolutely loved your home and he want that, then y'all should put in some type of writing or agreement that he needs to like show you a paper trail or something for at least a year or more, that he's at least getting his 500 credit score up, or doing something to show some type of like financial responsibility, because 3 years is a long time to sign some not sign paperwork, but like put yourself in a contract with somebody saying, oh yeah, you can just make the payments for me, when it's like, I mean, you haven't even been making the payments to your credit card or and everything else. So why would I believe you're gonna make the payments for me, especially over a long stint time of 3 years? So I think 3 years is a long time for somebody who hasn't shown any real financial responsibility to be, asking for someone to trust him to make any type of payments, even if it's, $50 a month, which is probably gonna be more than that, definitely. But yeah, I think he first needs to show some type of financial responsibility before asking for like such a big favor like that, especially if he's not trying to involve actual legal documentation and things like that, first and foremost. And then secondly, what she was just asking, how can she protect her brand and business without being labeled a villain? I would say just say no. Like we've been talking about the last couple of years, just say no. If you just say no, I mean, saying no doesn't mean you're a villain. You're protecting yourself by saying no. So that's kind of inevitable. That you protecting yourself doesn't make you a villain. You doing what's best for yourself don't make you a villain. And a lot of times, genuine people will let people, talk them into it, or think in their head that I am a bad person, or wow, I shouldn't have did that, or maybe I should have, did them this favor. Like, that is my family. So I'm definitely glad that you decided to reach out and ask for, others' opinions, because I don't think that that's the smartest deal, especially if you know that he's already in active collections, which means he has, other things to pay off, more debt. So you don't want to be someone that just, he's adding to his collections, and now a year and a half in, or 6 months in, however much it is, now you upset at him, and now this starts a whole family feud, which we see all the time as well. Like, okay, because then you'll come back 6 months later and be typing another letter to us saying, hey, Dr. Ebony and I am brand CEO, I did the rent to own thing with my cousin and he stopped making payments. He blocked me. I can't get in touch with him. Like, so then there'll be another letter that leads to, even more turmoil and confusion. So I think that from the get-go, just tell him no. And then if you want to just explain to him that, hey, I think that this position I put myself in right now, I'm not really ready to, do a rent to own or anything like that. And if you do want to move forward with it, then let's give it a year or so, and then you can show me a little bit more financial responsibility, and then we can bring it back to the table and address it then.
Yeah, because the first thing is he has a recent eviction, number one. Anybody that knows, I know she asked my opinion as a real estate broker. I mean, it's tough. I have a lot of investors that do no minimum credit score requirements. Myself, as a real estate investor, I actually started, if you don't know anything about me, I started my career as only an investor. I was a landlord before I even got my real estate license. And I'm one of those like no minimum credit score requirement type of landlords. Like I understand that sometimes people can have a medical bill that's just been sitting that brings their credit score down. It could be a ton of things. It could be a student loan, but everything else they are paying. It could be something with a student loan that went into default, and now they just can't get caught up, but everything else is, good. They have great, history with their current landlord and so forth. But the number one thing that I ain't never ever playing with is a recent eviction or a recent rental judgment. And when I say recent, I mean in the past 5 years. So you got to show me personally 5 years of being able to pay your rent on time without having any judgments within that time frame. Because number one, ever since COVID, is extremely hard to get people out of your property. If you're in the Baltimore area, DC metro area, especially DC, places that have turned more tenant friendly, it is going to be a tough time and pretty expensive to get people out your property. You'll be going to court for months. And I mean, we've been seeing that people have all types of scams and schemes that they have learned how to do, how to master, playing these games in rent court. So I don't even want to be bothered with anybody who plays this rent court type of game. You know what I'm saying? Like having your rent paid late is one thing, but late to the point where we're in eviction court and we have judgments against you, that to me is that I'm never going to accept that. You can tell me a bunch of different stories as a landlord and I'll probably have a little bit of sympathy and give you a shot, but definitely not a recent eviction. The other thing is that the letter basically said that she's interested in getting this property to hold it long term. So for somebody to come in now and agree to want to rent to own what you have now purchased to put in your portfolio as an investment property, I really don't understand that either. I say to people all the time, like, my tenants, I had a tenant recently that just moved into one of our places, and just off topic, I was just telling the girls the other day, like, we have properties now that our kids haven't been into, and I was like, when everybody's in town, we may have to try to see if we can at least ride the kids through to see our properties, because just when we started out, then you guys knew all the properties that we own, but now everybody doesn't even know all the properties that we own, and you guys haven't been there. So it's just crazy you just having that conversation. But yes, I had a tenant that recently moved into one of our properties, and they were like, we love the property. We would love to possibly rent to own in the future. And I always, always, always say that I'm very transparent when I'm talking to my tenants as a landlord. And I said, sweetie, you can't buy this place. This place is in a trust for my children. Now, if you are ready to buy, I am a real estate broker. You can reach out to me and I will help you get another amazing place. It just won't be this one. So I don't like when people set their tenants up for this rent to own thing. What they'll do is they'll tell them, well, my tenant told me when I first signed the lease, my landlord told me when I first signed the lease that, if everything goes well in a few years, I could possibly buy. Soon as the tenant gets ready to buy, the landlord take the price up, start charging them for all types of things, like, change the whole entire plan, because number one, the first right of refusal, which technically that's what it's called, needs to be put into the contract or the lease agreement from the very beginning. So if you don't have the first right of refusal already written into your agreement, in most jurisdictions, you don't already have a built-in opportunity to purchase the home. Now, I will say in Maryland, if the seller wants to sell the landlord wants to sell the home with the tenant still in the property, they do have to allow the tenant the opportunity first to purchase the home. So some of those things, like I said, in more tenant friendly areas are already built in like that. But when it comes to the family situation, again, we've all been there and done that. Like talking about family and finances, we're going to pivot to that for just a moment. Family always feels like if you are somebody, if you're the person in your family, who you are, that may have a little bit of success, or your family may deem you as being the successful person or think that you have a little bit more than others in the family. And it doesn't mean necessarily that you're better or any of the things that our people love to say. You know who you are, and the family knows who you are when you're the person that helps people out in the family. I mean, it's no guessing game. Everybody knows who that is or who that potentially can be in their family. And the moment that you say that you don't want to help, they're always going to hit you with, you think better.
Yeah, every time. And in this case, it wasn't even a cousin who was asking for the favor. It's her aunt. She's talking about it's another family.
Right, his mother, grown man, his mother. Right, his mother.
Somebody else stepping in talking about, oh, you acting funny. And I just don't necessarily agree with, like, I think it's a thin line between, business and family. Like, to come to the table for somebody who you see who's already creating their own generational wealth foundation. Not only is this her first investment in property, but her second, and to sit there and say that you trying to use the family helping family method, like, what method is that? Like, what?
I don't understand why family members do that. Most of our families don't have 20 millionaires. You know what I'm saying? We don't have 15 people. We may have one or two, you know what I'm saying? If that. So if you even close to it, even if you got somebody that's, over the high six figures and you got one or two, why do family members think that it's a great opportunity to do anything to pull that person down? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that when you know that you possibly don't mean anything well for them, and you know that you may, like, I wonder in that person's mind, I'm just thinking into the person that is always like looking for some help from that family member. Do you know intentionally that you don't mean well, or do you think in your own mind, I'm gonna make sure I pay him, I'm gonna make sure I do this and that, and then you think that your story that you want to come up with, because I want to know the age. We didn't cross that thing, the age of the story, but I'm assuming if mama is calling, this is definitely a grown man. This is an adult. They say he, but your mama is now calling on your behalf. Well, I don't know why you don't go over to your mama house so that she can get a property or something for you to help you out. But it's like, why do you want to now pull on the one or two people in our family that's trying to make things a little better for us to ruin what they have? Like, it's just like, is that what they mean by like crabs in a barrel? Now you want to pull me back down for the little bit that I tried to achieve. And then if I don't say yes, now all the family is looking at me like I'm too good and like I'm acting funny. So, I say week after week all the time, I'm the auntie. My family already know I'm considered the rich auntie that moved away and don't come to nothing. I have owned it. I heard Oprah say recently that people kept saying to her, "Hey, Brandon, thanks for joining us." I'm gonna get to your comment in a moment.
What's up, Brandon?
I heard Oprah say that when she started reaching success, a lot of her family members and friends started being like, so you think you this and that, you think you this and that. And she kept saying to them, like, I'm not trying to be this and that. I'm just trying to be Oprah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be successful. And she said after years and years of it, she said, you know what? I am this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just went on and owned it. So at this stage, you don't hurt my feelings by saying Ebony don't coming around. Ebony don't come to nothing. Her kids be acting funny. Whatever y'all say, it don't bother us no more. You know what I'm saying? It don't bother us at all. But I have owned that I'm the person that, no, the answer is going to be no. Y'all don't like it. And don't ask me no more. I'm not lending. I'm not borrowing. You can't move in my basement. I moved away anyway. So my basement not close to nobody to move in, but I'm definitely not putting anybody in my properties or anything. But I will help people with opportunities. Like, I'm that person. So if you want to get an opportunity, I take people in for internships. I teach people how to get their license. I'll sit on meaning their real estate license. I'll sit on the call with you and go through questions while you're taking the practice test. Like, I will do all of those things. I've given so many people opportunities. Most of my very close family and friends all own homes or investment properties or are licensed realtors because I brought them in and taught them everything I know. But just giving those handouts, I just can't do that at all. Like, I can't do that at this stage. All right, let me get to Brandon's comment. So he said, hey, fam, if successful makes me a villain, then damn it, I'm Thanos, because who's going to help me take care of this beautiful wife and almost basketball team full of kids I got? Exactly, Brandon. I be saying that all the time. I be like, y'all think, who y'all think taking care of my own kids? You know what I'm saying? We paying for this private school over here. Multiple kids either graduated from college, in college, if y'all see all the stuff that's happening at Howard with the news right now, then you'll know, these colleges are so expensive. Even
Definitely.
with scholarships, you still have to put so much money up. People just assume because your child has academic scholarships that you're like out of pocket with nothing. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like their car, their expenses, their food, it's so much things that you have to cover, and people just assume that you just got it like that. Like more money, more problems. But nah, I'm the villain. I'll be the villain. I don't have no problem being the villain. So I would say to this person, if you're uncomfortable, get you a real tenant. Get you a real tenant that you're going to cash flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, because now, what if the family member want them to give them a discount?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It kind of does sound like kind of a form of crabs in the barrel, because I feel like, one, he could have approached it and asked a different way. And then if you really want to create generational wealth, like there's no such thing as, family helping family, unless you already have a millionaire in your family that's saying, hey, you can come work for me or something like that. And this is not a case like that. I feel like it's kind of selfish to see somebody close to you or one of your family members, trying to achieve success or on the pathway to success, and you come and ask for a favor and you're not reciprocating anything in return. I think that's kind of
That's what I was
selfish.
going to say.
And I definitely think that another form of thinking is that if he did want to create generational wealth for his children and start to dig himself out of the hole, and like you said, he should have asked for mentorship or something like that, not say, hey, can I get one of your properties, but like, hey, cuz I see that you over here getting investment properties, can you show me how I may be able to move into somebody else's investment property, or how I can get an investment property, or even put myself in a position to start being eligible to get investment properties or my own property, even if he has to start small or start somewhere that may be trenches of Philadelphia, or maybe a neighborhood he might not necessarily want to move into for now, but it'll be a stepping stone to get where he wants to go, rather than saying, I mean, in 5 years, I'm going to pay you all of this back in 3 years. Like, that's not really a good plan, especially when she asked. I mean, it's not even like she necessarily told him no from the get-go. She just said she wanted a formal credit score, and she wanted, the correct documentations and stuff. So now you have your mom or whoever else chimed in, basically saying like, "Oh, don't forget where you came from. Like, you asking for a valid ID now? Like, yes, this is business. Like, just I don't like when people do stuff like that. Like, don't come into the psychologist's office or the doctor's office and expect a discount or expect something free. Like, no, you wouldn't do it nowhere else, so don't do it with your family members."
Yeah, and when you say family helping family, is that both sides or is one sided? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it typically is. Like if you helping me and you got something that you're bringing to the conversation at all, then maybe we can have a conversation. And like you said, you're not coming like, cuz I see you doing your thing now. I'm so happy for you. How did you get started? How did you save in 3 years? Maybe I can save enough if you show me the ropes, because people don't understand that your connections and showing people how to do something and giving them an opportunity, that's to me personally like 100 times with just handing someone. Like it's 100 times of a difference where you can really, if somebody give you a skill and teach you how to do that skill, you can take it and grow forever, versus now me just giving you something that you didn't work for. You don't know how I did it. You don't know how to do it. You don't know how to maintain it. You don't know how to get a rental license. You don't know how to do any of these things, where if I teach you, then you can go so much further. So that's how I feel like, I'm more comfortable with teaching people everything that I know. I'm more receptive to things like that. But, I'm still in a situation, which most people are, like I said, in our families, that one person that's deemed to have some success is probably still. So now we're looking at estate planning. We're looking at, making sure we have enough funds put up to care for us, when we're 95 and gotta go to a home. I don't got time to be handing out money to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, or handing you my investment property. If I plan on selling it, then that person could be an option. But like I said, the letter says that she's interested in holding it long term. So I don't even know how this person came about by saying, can you just sell it to me? Brandon said, if you teach a man how to fish, they'll be able to eat for life. That's how I feel, Brandon. Yeah. I'm more come over the house, sit for the weekend. I'll tell you everything I know. You know what I'm saying? I'll teach you everything. I won't hold anything back. I'll tell you all the plays, all the people that I work with, how I did it, all the resources, everything. And then you can be able to use those things and hopefully feel like it's a gem that you receive to be able to now know what to do to, move on in your real estate career as well. I had a few little quick things. I always highlight a few things. So I had the first one I think we talked about already, how to say no to a family request without feeling guilty or letting them ruin your credit. I think we pretty much addressed
No
that.
is a complete
Yeah,
sentence. You
no.
are a loyal supporter of Finance Friday CEO Lounge, and you should know that no is a complete sentence.
No is a complete sentence. Make sure you say no with a period. Don't even explain yourself. Say it with your head held high, with your chest out. The answer is no if you don't like it. And most of the time, you said 10 yeses, and now it's the one no, and now they're going to feel some kind of way. Honestly, I personally love to see that. I love to now see somebody true colors when I just said yes 100 times. And then when I say no this time, I want to see how you're going to react because you're not always going to get a yes from me. And now you're never going to probably get a yes, no more, depending on how your no reaction is. So, yeah, no is a complete sentence. That's the answer to that. The next one that I had that I highlighted was just talking about the real estate blueprint, what a real rent to own, a legal rent to own or seller financing structure actually looks like when it's done correctly. So as a real estate broker, I just wanted to kind of touch on that briefly is, like I said, if you are going to go into a rent to own situation, because I get those calls all the time, do you have a rent to own property available? Because everybody wants to get in. The number one thing people hate to do is move. They don't want to get in a place and now have to move and move and move again. They would love to get in, find something they love, and possibly own it. However, if you don't have the first right of refusal, which is the legal term written into your initial lease, then you technically don't always have the option to rent to own, because what can happen is the seller, if you're not in the home anymore, he or she could just not renew your lease and just sell the property without giving you the opportunity. So you always want to have what's called the first right of refusal built into your initial lease signing, to give you that opportunity and have some terms in it. You may have to, I know this is just someone that's a tenant, but you may have to send it over to an attorney, have them review it, have them mark it up, and make sure that if you're going into that type of agreement, that the terms are set where possibly once you purchase the home, you get your security deposit back towards, your down payment, or possibly at some point, some of your rent goes towards you being able to purchase or something of that nature. But just make sure that it's legal and in writing from day one. Your landlord saying to you that they will give you the opportunity to buy at some point is not the same. People say a lot of different things, and when it comes to money, things change, and they change quickly. So just make sure you have that in writing, obtain a legal rent to own opportunity through the first right of refusal.
Yeah, I think that's all great gems. I hope everybody's paying attention to those. I think that we just in a generation era, and like we just at the point now where like all of the verbal agreements and stuff when it comes to business is just not really the smartest thing. I think everybody should go. I mean, even if you're doing business with your best friend, like you said, this is her favorite cousin. Like it doesn't matter. Still, make sure you do the legal paperwork, because, like we seen a few weeks ago with the letter, I think, I don't know if it was the young lady's baby dad or something like that, but basically he basically blocked her, didn't hear from nothing like that. So like you never know what people true intentions are, especially if it's somebody who gets upset when you finally tell them no after you done told them yes for so much times. And I just want to throw in there one, like Brandon said, if you teach a man to fish, he'll be able to eat for life. I feel like it's a mindset thing. Like this goes back to tying it back into psychology. I feel like when people start to gain success and people who are on the pathway to success, I feel like your thought process is different. Like I feel like you're not really asking for as much handouts. You might ask for, like you said, mentorship. Hey, I need help with this. Can you teach it to me? Or something like that. Or like my approach, if I know I'm looking to like collab with somebody or something like that, I'm looking at what I can bring to the table. I'm already analyzing your investment properties or what it is, your business that you have, and I'm looking at how can I add value to that business before I even come and ask you for a favor. And if it is a favor, like you said, it'll be, something that I'm going to be able to learn and use to my own ability. I'm not asking you to hold my hand and, walk me to the water and stuff like that. No, just show me a direction how can I get to the water and I can get there. So I do feel like when people are on a successful path, the thought process is different, and eventually you'll be like, I'm tired of coming to your yacht. Can you teach me how to, get my own yacht? So I think that somebody who one has the credit score and also the financial history that this person has, evictions and things like that. I don't think that this would be the best time. Like I think maybe you need a mentor. I think maybe that her favorite cousin would need a mentor, or like I said, start creating some type of financial paper trail to show like, hey, I am financially responsible. But somebody who's even halfway on the pathway to success or even thinking about success properly is not going to approach you with a 500 credit score, a recent eviction notice, and say, hey, cuz, let me stay in your house and I'm going to pay you every month. And then in 3 years, I'm going to pay it all off. And it's just going to work out perfect like that. Like, I don't even think that's a realistic approach to somebody who is serious about business or, creating generational wealth. I just think that people who are on that level would, have a whole completely different thought process.
Yeah. And I was going to say too, like, if you're the person in your family that, again, some advice to the person that sent in the letter. If you're the person in your family that, is deemed to be able to help a family member out and you forgot where you came from and all the things, it just made me think of, we had a lot of family over a few weeks ago, and someone was asking about staying at the house. And I was obviously like, sure, we'll get the air mattress out. And you know how when people think of an air mattress, they think of, because we had all the rooms filled. Our guest room was full. People were asleep in blankets everywhere. So I was just like, if you don't want, get any of the extra beds or blankets, or, people were on the floor asleep everywhere. So I said to them, like, you don't have to sleep right there. I can get you one of the air mattresses. And the reason why I thought about it is because I have some really, really good air mattresses. Like, and it wasn't meant to brag. Like in my mind, I'm not even thinking about it when I say I have some really good air mattresses. But when you think about an air mattress, sometimes you think of, you wake up in the morning, you might still be on the floor. But I gave myself a little pat on the back because I'm like, I have some really, really good air mattresses. Like they are, very expensive, good air mattresses. And a family member looked over and was like, up, she can't hide it. She being bougie. She gonna act like she better than us now with her good air mattress. And I always just smile when people do things like that because, again, at this stage, it don't bother me. But it's just like, why family members, they just can't help themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now it'll make the person that is in that position feel like, just like I said with Oprah, feel like now you're going out of your way to dumb down your accomplishments. Because now my initial response was like, oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. No. I'm just saying that in case they thought, it was a bad air mattress or that, they might end up on the floor. I was just saying it's a good one that'll hold you up. Like it's a good air mattress. And it was just like, oh no, you think that you're being better than us because you got a better air mattress. And I just was like, I'm done. I'm done with the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But it was kind of like, hey, Malaysia, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Malaysia, love you. Thank you for tuning in.
But it kind of was like, did I do something wrong by saying, reassuring them that I have a good mattress for, them to be able to use? Like, I just thought that I was making sure that they knew, because it was going to be more than one person on it, so that's what made me think about it too, where I'm just like, yeah, it's a real good one. Y'all will be good. Like at least 4 or 5 of y'all can get on it. It's a huge one at that. But they was just like, oh no, you think you all that because you said that. And I was just like, I'm all that because I got a decent air mattress. Like, I mean, anything possible. But like I said, I'm used to it now. It don't bother me at all. I've owned the fact that, people say you acting funny, all the stuff. I am, if you ask me, you invite me somewhere, don't trust me. Before you can even cancel, I'm already still in my bed. I probably ain't even get up because, like, please cancel plans with me because, I'd love nothing more but to just stay home. So, like I said, I've owned it. I feel like my children have grown to own it a little bit. Martise was just saying to me the other day, he was just like, I think Monte is finally getting to the point where he's tired of them. And I was just like, really? Because Monte never tired of y'all. Let me tell you this. If anybody else gonna put up with y'all foolishness, Monte gonna still put up with family foolishness for a long time. He gonna allow y'all to play games for a little minute before I and my other kids be like, nah, you ain't gonna play with me with so much. Monte will still give you time and time and time and multiple chances to still be like, cuz I love you, cuz let's still chill, let's still hang out. And it was so funny because Martise was like, Ma, I think Monte getting over some people where it's just like, I mean, it comes to a point once you get older, you can't help it. So again, back to the letter. Love you too, Malaysia. Yes, people, they ain't never grateful. I mean, you give them just like all the time, when people come to the house, they'll say, "You never took me upstairs for a tour." That's just one of the things. Like, I gave you my left pocket, I gave you my right pocket. You done been through my whole house outside, and I offered you food, drink. I done offered you everything, and now you want to go in my bedroom? Like, what's up there? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we about to hang out together? What we about to do in my bedroom? Like, why you want to be in there? Like, those are just, to me, at this stage of life, like, I'm not taking you to my bedroom. Like, that's crazy that people are even asking that. Like, I'm definitely not taking you to my children's bedrooms. Like, why do you want to be in there? But people will ask over and over and over. So you have to understand, like, in all facets, no matter what it is, if they deem you to be that person, you can give them everything in your left pocket and they're going to still want your right pocket. And as soon as you say no, it's going to be a problem, even if you gave them 100 yeses. So just have some courage, say no with a period and a full sentence.
Yeah, just to loop it back into the letter, like I said, I think it's just a mindset thing. Like, I think people who've been living a certain type of way I ain't even say living a certain type of way for a certain amount of time. I think people who have less exposure to the world than other people, like I talk about this with my friends all the time. I think I was even talking about this morning or yesterday with someone. I can't remember. It's been a super long day, but I literally was telling them, like, I mean, me being able to go to college and play on sports teams where I'm the only black person and be on a whole campus where I might be one of 100 black people out of like 5,000 people, and people from the Bahamas is coming over here to go to school. Like, just being around so many different cultures and stuff like that, it just opened your eyes to different stuff. And when you is consumed in the same environment and you haven't, been able to see these different stuff, I just think that it kind of affect. Like, it's a different thought process and a different mentality. Like, I wouldn't just be like, for instance, you like, oh, what I gotta call you doctor now, cuz, like, or something like that. And it's just like, I mean, people who are, chasing success or on the pathway to success, they take credentials seriously. Like, I literally, I can't wait to put, MS or MB like behind my name for the masses. Like, people take that stuff seriously. So I think people, who don't have that type of exposure to other areas of the world, that's the people who are kind of like, oh, I got you a CNA now. Like, is it okay if I still shake your hand and stuff like that? People who make little slick jokes, who kind of be like, maybe has some seriousness to it. I just think it's I think it's a part of the thought process, because people that's on the pathway to success and people that are having success don't throw in like little slick jokes and stuff like that, or
The
just
little
certain
jazz
stuff
all the
that
time.
they
Yeah.
won't even ask. So for
The
me personally,
doctor is even weirder. Like you said, I mean, that's a whole nother. We only got a few minutes, so we hit our hour. But yeah, I was telling somebody earlier today, like, the doctor thing has become so weird. Like, we might have to do a separate conversation on just things like that. But it's like, yes, I'm so happy for my accomplishment, but it's become weird for everyone else. And one of those sayings that people say all the time is like, when you get a certain level of success, you change. And it truly is like, I didn't change. I'm watching the people around me change. Like, I'm watching y'all be so different. Like, you've never come up to me before to tell me, like, cuz I just got 10 credits at the community college, cuz, like, you never told me that before. And now you just
yeah.
feel the need to, like,
When
have
we lived
something.
at North
Yeah, it's
Avenue or lived in
weird.
Gardenville, nobody never said, "Oh, let me
You
go
never said
upstairs."
that.
Now you want to go upstairs. Like, we never, when you're not even a close enough family member to go upstairs. Like, I probably see you once a year. Like, why do you want to, like you said, why do you want to, do
And
all
like,
this
it's old to
stuff?
them. You never took me upstairs. I know it's about 6-7 bedrooms up there. You ain't never took me, and
You
I
never
don't
even
plan
spent the
on
night
taking.
here before. You never even stayed the night at my house.
we
Like,
Yeah, we don't hang out at the mall once a week. I don't know why you got to be in my bedroom. Like, but yeah, it will just change, where it's just like, it's so weird watching my close loved ones. Like, I'm looking at you like, hey, cuz, let's hang out. I done had a long week. I'm busy working, this, that, and the other. And all I want to do is see people that I love, like genuine
genuine
people.
love, yes.
Yeah, I just
That's
want
one of
to,
the worst things of. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
That is where I will kind of draw the line. Like, I think I kind of know all my family, and at least the ones who I will be around. Because some of my families won't even reach me at all. Like, I don't even haven't talked to them in years, won't talk to you in years. But if I am around you, then I kind of like I know you for who you are. Like to know you is to love you type of thing. But I definitely like you said, that's one of the biggest things when you coming from a long week of work, or you coming from being around, you know, the co-workers and the colleagues, and coming from out of state, of just with a bunch of friends that you just met a few years ago and stuff. Like one of the main things you be wanting to just like, I can finally sit back, be myself, take my bra off. I don't gotta do my hair and all. I can show up, and you know, this is my family who genuinely loves me, poor, broke, you know, rich, whatever the case may be. And when you see that person like, oh, that's it, like, cuz you acting this, or oh, see such and such, like it just be like
$1 million right there. That go
you too,
be
like not you too, yo. Like damn, I was actually looking. I was looking
yes,
forward to
like I was waiting all week for us to hang with the fam. Like we was waiting to see everybody. We was waiting to hang. I was like you said. More importantly, I was waiting to be myself. I was waiting to, you know, everything about. And when I say be myself, I mean just like like you said, let my hair down, put my hat on. Everybody know most of the time if you see me, this is, you know, I'm around the house. If I'm not going to a seminar or something, I'm typically in workout clothes and a hat, you know, walking around, chilling with my slides on. And I just can't wait to get around everybody so I can just chill. And here they come. Oh, there go big money. Where it's just like, oh no, not you.
Hey, don't start that. Go sit down somewhere.
Yeah, don't start. Or you know, put me on. You know what I'm saying? What you in real estate? You know what I'm saying? How can I get down with that? Like, listen, I've been doing this for 20 years. I all of a sudden it's like, how can I put you on? Like, wait a minute. I just want to chill right now. I just want to eat. I just want to have some crabs. I want to laugh. You know what I'm saying? And that's why most of our events and stuff, if you ever been to any of our parties, like you just gotta be here. We don't put it on socials. We don't put you on film, none of that, because that's my time to like, I want to just relax with my
if you at our house at our parties, then you is welcome. We having a good time, and like you said, this just our family time, like to be around, you know, genuine people. Sometimes that'd be the best time of my month. Like, man, I just went back home. I got to see both my grandmothers. I got to see my granddad. I got to see all my cousins. Like that's some of the best stuff. Like that's stuff that money can't buy. So when people start to make it weird, it's like, damn, we did all, like we grew up together, or your uncle, your aunt is my sister, all of it. Like whatever way the family might throw it in, like just don't start doing weird stuff like that. Because sometimes
don't be weird. Like please, like back, like you said, back to the letter. Auntie that called her saying, you know, you act like you don't know where you came from. Don't make it weird. Like no,
you just said that's her favorite cousin. Why would you step in and be like, oh well, don't. Now you being weird now. Like, damn, that's I would have did anything for you, just not my investment property. Like, why? How did we get to my investment property? Like, if you need me to, like, you know, I'll take you out to eat. Let's go get some food. Let's chop it up. Let's go catch a movie or something. But like, you want to stay in my investment property? Like, like, damn, that's like, hey,
I'll give you everything I got, but you want my little investment property?
Like, no, you can borrow some sugar, but you're not holding my car for the weekend. Like, no.
Everything I got, I put into my investment property. I'm trying to make money off of it, and you looking for me to take a loss? Like that don't add up. Like, but like you said, we can't wait most of the time, and it's always so funny because people that only know me as Dr. Ebb in business and stuff, then they would have no idea, you know, when I say like, oh, we throw the best parties, like they assuming that it's something that's just like, even sometimes if I might be like, you want to come out, their mind can't fathom our real parties. So they might be like, oh yeah, I got something to do that weekend. I'll be like, oh, okay. Like you don't know what you about to miss.
Yeah, you definitely gonna miss it. Ain't no like, oh, what time it end? You must be new here. Our parties don't usually end until about the next day or so.
Yeah, days later. Like you said, I like Malaysia's comment too. I definitely know where I came from, but not trying to go back. Like, why do people assume also like don't forget where you came from? How do you think that I forgot like you think that I forgot North Avenue? You think I forgot Goodale? No,
I can tell you all my addresses and all your addresses.
I can tell you everything down to the bone. Like I haven't forgotten. I promise you.
Been lived that way long enough. Like it's like let's push for a change. Like Malaysia said, we just don't want to go back there, but. Nobody definitely ain't forget where they came from, so I don't know why. He said I hate when
I hate when you don't want to miss it.
You know,
Brandon, you know. Like you want to block your calendar. You don't want to miss that
flight to come back home. If you know, you know.
And you don't want to miss that. But that's another thing too. People like don't, again, back to the letter, even with the aunt just saying, don't forget where you came from. Like, just you can't not forget where you came from. It's not anybody out here, whether you made it out or not. Nobody has forgotten. Most of the time, no matter what your situation is, those things made you who you are today. So it's like you can't forget, and you can't forget. A big thing for me is that the people that I needed at that time, I will say I may not need them now, but I will never forget what they did for me when I needed them. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that, I will absolutely never forget. Like I can go through a list of people that I will never say anything negative about them. I will never speak any ill will, nothing. Like even they could be mean to me right now, but I don't need them right now. But when I needed them, they were there for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just levels to all of those things too. But just like family, don't make it weird. Let people be successful in peace. Let them,
be happy for them. Like be happy for people. I'll say that. Be happy. I just posted something the other day that was like around here, like we clap for each other. All of that secret animosity and he think he better. Like no, we clap for each other. If I don't have nothing to my name, I'm so proud of what you did. Genuinely. Like that's the type of person I am, and that's how I carry things.
Yeah, I'm always happy for people. I'm always looking to, like I said, share all that I know. Like anybody that know me know, I'm like the person that I answer my phone so much that I'm like, if I don't answer my phone, there should be a red flag for you to come look for me. That's how much, no matter who you are, you should be able to say, call Eb, she gonna answer. Like I pick up my phone, I'll tell you anything. I spent hours talking to you, and most of the time people will be like, I didn't even know you was going to talk to me for 3 hours. I give you 5 hours of my time. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you everything. Just
and I'm somebody that's going to remember everything. Not only am I going to remember everything you've done for me, I'm somebody that's going, I remember what you did to my mother, how you treated my mother, how you treated my brother. I remember how you treated my sister. I remember if you helped my grandmother with the groceries. I remember if you told my grandmother no. Like I remember from 2004 when you said no. I remember in 2007.
Monte has a great memory, y'all. He's not lying. They be coming up with stuff that I'd be like, you remember that? As I get older, I be forgetting some stuff, but I can tell you right now, Monte got it clocked. Everything you did, everything you didn't do. You gotta stay on point when it comes to this one.
It ain't getting over on me whatsoever. So you can't pull it. Oh, you forgot where you came from? Actually, I didn't forget at all. Like I remember.
I remember June 5th, 19. I remember
little do you know, I didn't forget at all.
Everything. I can tell you what you had on. Monte like that. He could tell you what you had on, where you were standing at. Like Monte is sometimes he sends some crazy stuff in the group chat. I'd be like, I cannot believe you remember that. But yes, that's just crazy off topic. Malaysia said he definitely do.
Malaysia, yeah. I be trying not to bring up all the men. I'm like, they're gonna think I'm crazy if I say this.
Yeah, he remembers. Julie said, "Not you still on that from 2005." Yes, Monte will remember what happened in 2005 and what you said, what you did. Half the time we be telling each other in the group chat, "Don't tell Monte such and such said that. Don't tell him they did that." We be trying to save y'all from Monte because he will definitely remember everything you did. Sure. But yes. But do you have some quick hits? We'll move on. If you have some quick hits for today, we almost come into our hour. We're trying to keep it within that time frame so we can keep it short. I don't know if I have many quick hits today, so I'll toss it over to you first.
I really don't have much either. Today was actually an extremely busy day, extremely busy week. I don't know why my face looks like this. I feel like I look super tired. But as always, I would just say, don't forget to check on your strong friends. Whatever you're going through, just keep going. And also, on top of checking on your strong friends, reach out to somebody today and tell them you're proud of them. Like somebody who you see out here busting their ass day in and day out, working. I mean, you see them up on social media at 6 a.m. in the morning. You seen them on social media at 2 a.m. in the morning. They back up in 4 hours. Somebody who, you see them coming in at the crack of dawn from work, or, putting in these hours. If you're in a school program, a nursing program, anything like that, just reach out to them this weekend and just tell them, I'm super proud of you, genuinely. So that's my quick hit that I have for y'all. Don't forget to check on your strong friends and also reach out to somebody, no matter the age, that you see them busting their tail, because it's definitely not easy. So check on them and just let them know that, I see what you're doing out here. And if nobody tell you today, I'm proud of you.
Oh, I love that. I don't even want to come behind it since I don't have anything particular on, but we always say check on your strong friends, but I absolutely love tell someone that you see what they doing. Oftentimes people don't even know. You get so busy moving that, You don't even notice that people see all that you're doing, when oftentimes people see it. They see that you're moving, they see the change, they see the change in you, they see the change in your life, they see what you're doing for the better. But people don't actually come out and say it. So I think that's an amazing thing to end on, to call somebody this week. I'm gonna take you up on the challenge as well. I'm gonna call a few people. I'm proud of a few people. I'm proud of you, my son. I'm proud of my daughters that's in the chat. They all know it, but again, you got to constantly say it. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud to be their mother. I brag on all of my children all the time. I never want to be that parent that just has that one golden child. I want all of us winning. I want to brag on everybody. I want to do anything in my power to make sure we all win. I just told Rome earlier today, I was like, such a hardworking man. And he just shook his head. Yes. as he was working. And I made sure I told him we appreciate it, because we're so thankful for him. Off topic real quick before we end, but I had to come in the house today. I said, Rome, you have made the spot hot. Like, I love my brand new car, but I mean, people keep stopping me. I mean, I'm driving down the street and people are beeping the horn, rolling down the window. They want to know what year is my car. They want to know, did I have my wheels custom made, when I had them made. They want to know all things. I had two people. Jordan was in the car with me today. I was picking her up from camp, and she was just like, what they keep saying? And somebody just was giving me the thumbs up. But I love it. Like, I love to see our people, and you know what I'm saying, they are saying you doing your thing. Whether they don't even know me. I literally was just driving down 301 and somebody was beeping. And one person just gave me the thumbs up, and somebody else was just like, I mean, somebody literally said to us, like, if somebody don't tell you that thing mean, they hating, because I mean, that thing is mean. And I was just like, thank you so much. But tell somebody you're proud of them this week. We work really hard. Everybody at any stage of life that you're in, you are working hard. You are trying your best, you're doing your best, you're caring for you, your family, your children, whoever. Oh, Brandon said, yeah, Big Bro did his thing for real with that. Exactly. Like, he making the spot hot. And Brandon, I'm the one that's always trying to be so humble. Monte will tell you, because he grew up in the house of Rome, but we were trying to calm Rome down. I don't know if he's still in the chat. We gotta get Rome on the show. We were trying to calm Rome down for years, and I feel like now that the kids are older, he really, really is feeling like, nah, we about to shine, babe. We about to shine. And I be just always trying to, like, Rome, I want to be humble, pipe down. But yes, I'm very, very, he did his big one with that one. Rome has bought me so many cars. That's the truth. Like, it's just this one we've been posting a little bit more, but Rome has been buying me cars and everything for years. So
yes, I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, if you see me back in, I mean, this was back in maybe 2005 when some cars first came out. I was like the only one in the city with like 22-inch rims, a female, 24-inch spinners. Like, Rome been doing all of this stuff, and then I tried to tame him down, and now he back. I can't stop him. So thank you, thank you, Rome. I definitely appreciate it. But call somebody up, tell them you're proud of them, tell them you love them. Tell them that, you're happy for them and you see their hard work, and tell them keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, don't call him down, my guy. Yeah. He's out of control. But yes, he loves taking care of his family. He loves seeing us smile. So we are happy to be the ones that he selected to give his all to, because definitely Rome is a giver. He gives his all. But thank you, Rome. We love you. But yes, tell them that you see him, and tell them keep pushing. Let me add that to it. That's my quick hit. Tell them keep going. Tell them keep going.
We in the time now where I see a lot of people saying, like, not a lot of people engage with their content and stuff like that. Even if you just see somebody just post on social media, like, I promise you, it is so time consuming to post this content and make content. And hey, do you want to collab with me? And hey, make this flyer and stuff like that. I know people are just the ones that are receiving it and seeing it on social media, but go like that person post, go share it with somebody, go subscribe to their YouTube channel, because one, they taking a leap of faith, going out following an idea that came to their head to even be this type of content creator, or get into a certain business, or enroll into, a medical program and things like that. So make sure that, you liking somebody's stuff, and just go show a lot of love this weekend to, people who y'all see out here that's, landing on the line every day in and day out, because we know that life can get tough sometimes. It's not easy out here. So just, share some light on somebody else. Let them know you're proud of them, you love them, and if you see them, posting some content or doing anything like that, make sure you like it, comment on it, like, just show free love. It's costs $0 to show love. So get out here and just show people genuine love and let them know.
Thank you, Malaysia. I appreciate it. Oh, Rome is here. He said, "Thank you, Rome."
Yes, big fella, appreciate you.
Yes, everybody is so appreciative of you and all of your hard work and sacrifices for our amazing little family that we have. But yeah, I think that's a great quick hit. I think that's something to strive for this week, and maybe make it your business to tell 10 people. People think they don't know 10 people. You do. 10 people that's out here doing their thing, and especially like and share our content, because this is our 21st episode. That means for 21 weeks straight, we've been
consistency,
here,
baby, consistency.
Busy. Somebody asked me when they knew I was away last week. They was like, "Oh, y'all canceled the episode." They just assumed, "Oh no, we rocking and rolling over here." We rocking and rolling.
Some people can't even make up their bed for 21 weeks straight in a row. So consistency, definitely. And don't forget to pat yourself on the back as well. If you out here busting your tail, you putting in work, you striving to be better. Like my cousin Malaysia said, we always remember where we come from, but we're not trying to go back there. So if you pushing to go somewhere further and pushing to do more and not go back to the place you came from, don't forget to give yourself a pat on the back too, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you, everyone. Again, I think this was a great letter. I think we did it. We hopefully, whoever wrote in the letter got some. Monte said, Rome said Monte and Will did a great job. Yes, we told him earlier that they did a great job.
Shout out my guy Will, man.
Yes.
We got more coming for y'all too soon. So be on the lookout for those announcements.
Yeah, they did an amazing job. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. We don't take this for granted at all. When y'all come on, I mean, we sit on here every time hoping and praying some people get on. So thank you guys for again jumping on. Please like our YouTube channel, subscribe, share it so we can get it out in the algorithms. It can get put out to some more people. Everybody could use a little bit more financial literacy. So thank you for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it for our 21st episode of Finance Friday, the CEO Lounge. Shout out to my son for being consistent with me. His mother also called him with this crazy idea. He jumped right on it. Oh, thank you, Brandon, for saving us to your list. Yeah, save us so that you can always get every episode.
Comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share.
Jordan is our moderator. Make sure you listen to Jordan, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And like Josie said, we will see you guys next week, and we definitely appreciate it on another episode of Finance Friday, the CEO Lounge.
Thank you for being here, Malaysia. Getting a lot of love.
Yes, thank you, Malaysia. And we will see you guys on the next episode.
Don't forget to check on y'all strong friends. See y'all.